A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a groundbreaking move, the National Trust for Historic Preservation has filed a significant lawsuit against President Trump and his administration, aiming to halt the controversial construction of a new ballroom on the White House grounds. This legal action marks the first major challenge to the president's plans, with the trust arguing that no president has the authority to alter the historic structure of the White House without proper review and public input. The complaint, submitted in federal court in Washington, asserts that the demolition of parts of the East Wing and the construction of the new ballroom must be paused until the necessary approvals are obtained. The trust's legal representation, Greg Craig, a former White House attorney, emphasizes that the lawsuit seeks to protect the integrity of one of America's most iconic buildings. The defendants in this case include President Trump, the National Park Service, the Department of the Interior, and the General Services Administration. The White House has defended its actions, stating that the demolition of the East Wing was distinct from new construction and did not require prior approval. However, the trust argues that this interpretation undermines the public's right to be informed and to comment on significant changes to the historic site. The project, which is expected to cost around $300 million, has been met with criticism from various quarters, including lawmakers who have introduced legislation aimed at increasing transparency around the funding sources for the ballroom. The Stop Ballroom Bribery Act, proposed by Senator Elizabeth Warren and Representative Robert Garcia, seeks to prevent potential conflicts of interest by banning certain donations. Meanwhile, Senator Richard Blumenthal's No Palaces Act aims to ensure that future presidents cannot make unilateral changes to the White House without congressional oversight. As the legal battle unfolds, the fate of the proposed ballroom remains uncertain, with the trust advocating for the preservation of the White House as a symbol of democracy and history. The lawsuit not only highlights the tension between the Trump administration and preservationists, but also raises broader questions about the balance of power and accountability in the stewardship of national landmarks. With the ballroom project positioned as a centerpiece of Trump's vision for the White House, critics argue that it risks transforming a historic site into a personal playground for the president. The outcome of this lawsuit could set a precedent for how future administrations approach renovations and construction on public property, making it a pivotal moment in the ongoing discourse around the preservation of American history. As we await further developments, the National Trust for Historic Preservation remains steadfast in its commitment to safeguarding the nation's heritage, ensuring that the public has a voice in the future of the White House. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.